Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Mackay from Analogue Wonderland, and I am joined today by two wonderful guests. So here we are, it's the end of November, Black Friday is imminent with all the fun and games that involves, and just around the corner are the Jingle Bells of Santa. But before we get into that, we have some fun stuff to do. We have a competition to judge, which is November's WonderBox competition, and these two gentlemen have gone through all of your photos and picked their special mentions, their grand winner, and also a little lucky dip winner. But before we get into that, let's have a chat about Vintage Camera Hut. So that's where you guys are from. There's the two of you behind the business. Is there anyone else, or is this Vintage Camera Hut?
This is kind all of it. Yeah. There is also Helena, which is Chris' partner, but
assisting us in the marketing side.
Yeah,
but
they are. I'm considering them as a whole. So
yeah, we're coming in a bundle.
Yeah.
Oh, bundle deal! I love bundle deals. Brilliant. So, for those who don't know, could you describe a little bit then what Vintage Camera Hut is and how old it is?
Sure. So first of all, thank you guys for having us.
Yeah. Pleasure.
Amazing.
I'm Marius, and I'm the, let's say, creator of Vintage Camera Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Vintage Camera Hut started back in 2019, I think early March 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just reconditioning and reselling film cameras. Loads and loads of film cameras. I mean, the most amazing film cameras you can find there. And this is it. This is what we're doing. This is our passion. We're film shooters as well, so we're shooting a lot of film.
Mm-hmm.
We're photographers, so we're living the.
And you started the business, and is this you started it like with a Depop store or on eBay or a website?
No. So it all started probably back in 2016 when I was just buying and collecting cameras. I was interested.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I was interested in repairing,
Mm-hmm.
because most of the things you could buy, they were all kind of broken.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in 2019, I had like 5 days off of work. I couldn't work, and I had to do something. I mean, I'm one of those kind of guys which I'm always doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So it started on Etsy. So
okay.
yeah, I mean, we still have a shop on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying a bit to switch from Etsy to the website, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it started as a small shop on Etsy. So that's.
And did you have a physical? Was there a marketplace?
Yes, at some point.
Because you were just telling me the story of how your eyes met in a market.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was work or.
After I started, probably after like 3 or 4 months, I emailed the guys from Backyard Market in Bridge Lane in London.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a stall there. It was quite small at the beginning with just a few cameras. After a while, yeah, it became bigger and bigger, and this is where I met Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is back in 2019 or summer
19,
2019, something like that.
Yeah.
He was just as a customer there.
Oh, okay.
And I just tag along.
Yeah.
So as a customer, had you arranged to meet to buy, or were you just literally walking past, saw the cameras and went from there?
No, I was actually taking photos with my digital camera.
Oh,
because back then I had no idea of shooting film or anything. So I was literally out there taking photos, and I was like, look at all these cool cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stop by and talk a bit to get to understand, what are the cameras, how do they work, what is medium format, what is 35mm. I had no idea of anything.
Yeah.
So stop by, chat with Marius for like an hour or more.
Oh, yeah.
And then I kept just coming back, because then I came again, and then I was like getting a bit more information, and it kind of clicked. We started talking and stuff, and then after I was like, look, I can give you a hand if you need me to create images for you. Let's make a video of you working in like repairing cameras, and that was the first thing we did together. And from there on, kind of the relationship grew, you know. And then,
so you've converted one more digital photographer over to film. Good work.
Yeah.
And so what was the first camera you bought then?
The OM10.
Classic.
Olympus OM10.
That's my very first camera. So when I started to buy cameras, I bought I think 4 or 5 of them until I got a working one. So I started shooting with OM10. So being my first camera, it's my favorite camera as well because
And Olympus OM1.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
And I gave one to
me.
Chris,
he gifted to me my first film camera, and then after that I took one from my granddad, an Olympus, a Nikon FM.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I was like, look, I got this FM too, and he's like, no, it's an FM.
yeah,
it's not a Nikon F2, it's an FM.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Well, it does the job.
Yeah.
It's a cool camera.
It grew from there.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and now he's like a developing nerd and he's doing all.
Yeah, now I'm doing my own developing and everything, and it's funny because everything started with a WonderBox.
I was going to say this because we met at the photography show a couple of months ago now. Because we've talked on Instagram a few times, but it's one of those wonderful places where you then got to put faces to Instagram handles, and you said that you were a WonderBox subscriber.
Yeah. I think the second edition of the WonderBox, I was already in there, and I got, I think like four deliveries of the WonderBox until I realized, like, look, I'm shooting all this variety, which is awesome to get started. I mean, it's a great tool because you get color, you get black and white, you get like funky looking films that also give you like a little bit of an idea of what you can find. But then I wanted to specialize a bit more and get to know the films that I was shooting, and there's where I realized, okay, and it's one of the things that happens also with Spire film. When you shoot Spire film, you don't know what to expect, you know? So I wanted something that I knew, something reliable, and then from there...
No, of course. I mean, after we'd had that chat, I spoke to a customer who was asking about it, and I told your story that, you know, you come into it, you get to shoot a load of films, and then when you're ready to either specialise or take a pause, then people move out, and I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully that helped you.
Yeah, objective accomplished.
So that's wonderful. There we go. So he's a converted customer from both of us, which is brilliant. So anyone else who needs to sell anything, film photography, speak to Chris. It seems like we've warmed him up really well. So that's lovely. So now you help with the marketing, the website, and you're still the main repairer.
Yeah, basically I'm buying the cameras, I'm repairing them, I'm reconditioning them, I'm changing the skins, because this is what I started to do in 2019. I think this is what got Vintage Camera Hut up there, because they look quite nice.
Yeah.
I'm sending the parcels. I'm back I'm calling it a dungeon.
Yeah.
Working all day long doing this. Chris is managing with Helena the
social media,
all the fancy
content creation and stuff
all the content. So all the amazing content you can see on Vintage Camera Hut Instagram. Chris is doing that.
And the website.
He's amazing. And the website.
All the glamorous stuff. Yeah. No, I get that.
I mean, it's a tough job, no? Everything has to be divided. Like, it's a teamwork for everything. So,
so is this now both of your main jobs, or do you also have jobs on the side, or other ways that you have to pay the bills, or can Vintage Camera now support you?
Yeah, this is my main job since 2019. I mean,
lovely.
I couldn't do something else.
Yeah, for me, I work with Marius and I work with other clients as well with helping them with social media, basically.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so for you this is like...
I'm kind of a freelancer, let's say. So I do content, video and photo work for different brands, and well, the one that I'm involved pretty much like 80% of my time is Vintage Camera Hut. But then I do have time to take on basically other one-off projects and stuff that I do.
No, that's wonderful. And the other thing that I know that I definitely want to talk about was you've partnered with a few retailers at different times, and what I find quite interesting is that that's clearly been some good and some bad things for you as a business. So obviously when you partner with a big retailer, they can help get your brand out there, but also you lose control of certain things, including what price they sell at, which is the main point.
Yeah, so more than 1 year ago, we've been contacted by this retail. Yeah, and they're quite big. It was a good opportunity for us. We couldn't say no. Business-wise, it's good. But yeah, we're not in control of the pricing, for example. So,
which, by the way, is a legal thing. Like, you cannot control pricing.
Yeah,
of people
we're mostly like
exactly.
we're mostly like a drop shipping. So yeah, they're free to choose their own prices, and this is it. We can't do much about it.
It's interesting because it's one of those things that, because I think I'd seen it where somebody, it's one of the meme accounts I think had gone after you guys at one point, pointing out that your brand was associated with someone else's choices to sell quite expensive.
Yeah, it was quite a big fuss at that point. Yeah, I was quite disappointed because nobody knows all the work behind what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end we're only the suppliers, you know. So we're the suppliers of somebody else that's selling a product, you know. And regardless of all the work or whatever we do, they are the ones that decide whatever price they sell, you know.
Well, I think this is the really interesting thing, and it's lovely to meet you guys. And you are friends with Sebastian in the dark room.
Yeah.
I think the fear is always, especially at the moment, where film prices are going up. And we talked to Kodak a couple of weeks ago about that and why that is. You know, some manufacturers, are they exiting, are they not? A lot of people jumping on trends. You see some camera prices go crazy in a matter of days. I think there's a lot of sensitivity to price inflation. Yeah. But of course, you meet you guys, or you go on your website, like, they're not crazy prices.
And all the cameras are perfect. Like,
exactly.
I mean, all the cameras are fully tested, fully reconditioned. I don't want to brag about it, but the customer service, it's great.
Yeah, you guys clearly care. Yeah.
I mean, you can go out there and see the reviews of all the clients we had. They're happy. All the cameras are working. They're producing amazing images.
Yeah.
I like to say they're producing amazing memories everywhere in the world, because basically we're selling. Probably I sold in like more than 80 countries till now. So yeah. This is it.
Perfect. And what's your? Is there one camera that you see being sold more than others? Is there one system or a camera that comes in and out a lot?
Yeah, there are a few cameras which would consider like bestsellers, and we kind of put more effort into them in terms of the way they look. And this is the OM10.
Yeah.
And I try to do that in different colors because, as I told you, it's my favorite camera.
Yeah.
And that one, and the Trip as well, the Olympus Trip.
The Trip. Yeah.
That's a great camera for beginners. So probably that's why it's one of the best sellers, not only for our shop, but I've seen now many other shops selling it, maybe in the same colors or not.
But it's also reliable, right? Like, as long as the battery's still good.
And you have the solar
cells. In the Olympus Strip you have the solar cells, which are controlling the light meter, so basically you don't need anything. You just need the camera and the film. And also it has a great system of preventing you of taking a bad photo.
Do you know that those guys sold 10 million cameras in 10 years? I mean, that is insane. I mean, that camera is
if you could see the advertising back in the days, the best photographers in the world, they were doing the advertising for this camera. It was amazing back in the days. It's still great.
Well, it's still amazing now. So my Olympus Strip was found in the glove compartment of the car of my wife's grandparents, who are 99 and 96, I think now. We think it was in there for maybe 20 years. Like, the leather case had like dissolved around it.
Like, that's the issue.
And I cleaned it.
Yeah, all of it.
Works perfectly. It takes brilliant photos. So it was made to last.
Because it's 95% a mechanical camera, and there is only one issue with them. If you're not using them for a very long time, the blade would get stuck. But that's an easy thing to service.
Easy repair.
Yeah. Brilliant. And then we were talking before we did as well, and I've seen it on your website. Fresh film versus expired film. You said you're shooting like 100% or 90%?
95% I'm shooting expired film, yeah. I think when you're shooting fresh film, at least for me, you always expect for the same results. Kind of, if you're doing the right exposure, you know what you're gonna get.
Yes.
When you're shooting expired film, there is a lot of room for surprise.
Yeah. And then you enjoy that.
Yes, I enjoy that. Yeah, I like it. It looks different. It's special for me. I have loads of expired film in my collection, like really rare ones and these kind of things. And I'm collecting for a while, and I always have a nice one to put there when I'm going out. The only thing is with expired, you know, you have to overexpose it. You have to be careful when you're taking the photos.
You have to be careful.
But otherwise, yeah, for me it's special. Yeah. I like different results. I like having a surprise, and I'm that guy who kind of sometimes like the light leaks.
Yeah.
In a photo.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but sometimes they look
So
good.
do you shoot like double film, Revolog, any of the modern films that add the
Not
serendipity in?
Not much. No.
I suppose if you have that much expired film, you can.
I'm shooting a lot of Fuji color. I'm shooting a lot of Kodak, the really old ones.
How old are we talking?
I think
because there's a lot of expired film at the moment that's like from the late 90s, early 2000s.
You will be surprised.
I'm sensing that this is
I think the oldest film I shot, it was expired in '56, and that one was, if I remember, it was a Neil Forge.
Okay.
And then now I have some.
Yeah, how did that come out? No. Okay, right.
Not good, but it's just because it was my fault. I shot it with a Nikon F.
Okay.
I didn't have a light meter. I shot it also in low light, and I didn't overexpose it
that much.
Yeah, enough. Yeah. And also now I have some Ferrania film, which is expired in '79.
I'm about to say original Ferrania, not the new.
Not the new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got that one in slides as well, and
Ferrania slide. Oh, dreamy. Yeah. So, and you sell some expired film on the site. So that's part of your collection. You're okay letting go.
Yeah. I'm only selling expired film. I mean, I think I have only one brand new film there. It's not in stock now. I'm not sure if I. Yeah, it's the Cosmo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm selling the Cosmo film.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
I was talking with Chris on the way here. Yeah, I like Cosmo film. I know Stephen as well.
You know Stephen. Yeah.
So he's a great guy, and that's the only brand new film. Probably will add maybe 2 or 3 types of new film in the future, but that's it. I love expired.
It's vintage camera hut, vintage camera film.
Yeah. I mean, and it's complementary. You know, when you're in the market, or when you have a website where you offer a camera, a lot of people want to buy a camera and maybe a couple of rolls to try to test it. You know, so it's a great option. And if you're a beginner and then you encounter that you have to buy a 1970 expired film with a camera, that's where you go to Cosmo, you know, or you go to another like brand new film.
But
you know, it's predictable.
You would be surprised how many people are shooting expired now.
Oh yeah,
because I'm going to the market again, so you can find us in Backer Market in Brick Lane every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So you would be amazed.
Well, I was talking to a friend of the business, Miles, who started Expired Film Club. Yeah. Where again he's just specialised.
I know. I know Miles.
Yeah. So no, there's clearly a huge market for it. It's just I'm in awe of both those things, because both vintage cameras that need repairing and then expired film, it's so bespoke, because you can't just say, I've got 100 rolls of this, because it's like all different sample photos, so it's awesome. So the other thing that I wanted to ask you about was photo walks. Because obviously last year was no one was doing photo walks, and obviously with everything going on,
it was difficult.
We've had a couple of lovely ones. Emma has done a brilliant one with She Hearts film that was epic last weekend.
We heard about it.
Yeah, it was Cinestill though. That's amazing.
I know. So it's just brilliant. So lovely to see these coming back. And you guys, it looks like you do stuff that's focusing as well on learning or teaching. Is that fair, or is it just like having fun?
Yeah, a bit of the concept behind it is we want to do a film school. So where we want to get people from all levels, like everyone is welcome, but this course, like this beginner's walk, let's say, is focused mainly on people that have never shot on film before or have never even used a camera before.
Yeah.
So we basically go to a cafe where we sit all together. It's a group of 10 people maximum, where we sit all together for like 2 hours, and we talk you through technical theory, basically. All camera, how it works, different type of cameras, different type of film. We don't go like crazy deep, but we give you a really good gist of how to use it, and we give everyone an OM10.
Nice.
So everybody has the same camera.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same film. Like our past walk was sponsored by Lomography, and they provide us a film. We shot with our film. It was a great experience, and then we go for a walk basically after we teach you how to use the camera and stuff. The walk takes about 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours,
2 to 3
depends
hours.
on how long it takes for everybody to take the...
Everybody
People get
shots.
distracted.
Yeah.
I mean,
You pass a classic car, you lose 2 hours. Yeah.
I mean, it happens, but it's a space for everyone to exercise their creativity, which is super cool, with a tool that they have never used before.
Exercise the skills we're teaching them in the first part of the course.
Yeah. And then we finish the walk, and then 3 days after or 4 days after, depending on when we get the roles. Generally, what we do is the walk is on Saturday, and then on Thursday or Wednesday, we meet on Zoom where we review their images.
Oh,
And
lovely.
we point out maybe if somebody misfocused quite a bunch of their photos, so it's like, okay, you gotta be careful a little bit more with this. This could be because you're using, I don't know, the viewfinder is not, you're not understanding what he's telling you, or if somebody's underexposing, or if somebody composition is a bit off, non-intentionally, because obviously composition rules are there to break, but if somebody's not nailing it, then we just give it a little notch, like, hey, we should be doing this. And it's a good way of getting people into film.
I really like that, because I think I learned... I had a DSLR for a couple of years and shot it a lot and learned a load, simply because feedback is so fast. And when I then moved back into film properly, it would take me weeks to... I mean, I'm still rubbish at getting things done properly. And one of the problems is you forget... The pace of learning slows down because you forget what you did, you forgot the settings, and by that point you shot 5 more films. And then, whereas actually, if you're saying, look, it's within a week, that's still fresh. And again, you've got guys who know what they're talking about.
You need to practice all the time this, and you can master it with practicing. But if you're not doing it for like a long time, it's...
I came from a background of digital photography, like professional digital photography. I was shooting in studio, I was shooting campaigns, I was shooting everything. And when I grabbed the first time a film camera and I shot my first roll, it was a disaster. And I was like, yo, but I do this every day with digital.
Now it's different.
And it's different, it's absolutely different. And I got to a point that I was walking around with a notebook. And I was putting frame 1, the settings, and where I was taking the photo.
I remember that.
And then when I was coming back home, when I was sending the photos to the lab, I was getting, okay, the frame 1, this is what I did. This might have been wrong,
No, I remember going through a period of doing that when I then realised and was trying to nail things down.
It's like a push start, what we're trying to do. And we want to develop further down the school where we can even eventually teach people how to home develop if they're into that, or even like more complex stuff like shooting at night, which girls, like, you did fantastic. I mean, that's actually like super crazy. I remember in the WonderBox you sent a Cine Still film, in the one that I got, and I came back with 0 frames on 36 frames. So that was amazing.
I got like Emma did in the build-up to the walk. Shared some of her own photos with like a caveat of, I'm not very happy with this. And she got a mix of, I think, helpful advice and people pointing out what she already said. Well, the internet. But no, exactly, it's a huge skill. So when you're running these courses, do you like release dates in advance? How do people actually because I'm sure a load of folk were listening and either saying, oh, that'd be good for me to refine, or I know somebody who I could get it for Christmas.
We're releasing the dates in advance. Till now we had 3
photowalks.
3 photowalks,
Okay.
So we release the dates in advance, like
a month in advance?
3
like
weeks,
2 months
or
on your website, on your Instagram?
Yeah, both.
Both.
Okay. But now we're gonna release release the next one for like January, which will be end of January.
Yeah,
lovely.
So they will have enough time to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Perfect.
the last one was quite fast. We've done the third one after 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks back to back.
But now we won't do one in December because people usually have other plans in December. But definitely we'll have one in January and then once every month.
And is it possible to like gift someone a sign up?
In the future, soon, I mean, it will be possible because we will add gift cards on the website.
I'm just thinking because I already know who I would send on this.
Yeah, perfect.
So this is in the plan.
Lovely. Is there anything else then that you wanted to talk about, like plans for the future? You're a couple of years, 3 years into the business. What are your big dreams?
The big dreams. So I have a few. I think I told you.
Okay, right. Go on then. Tell us everything.
The big one is just to get more people into film. I just want to make people realize that this is the only way you can actually put some value on your photos. Because I heard a really nice thing in the market, because I meet so many people there, and it was something like that. Think about, you want to pass your photos, like you have photos with your grandma, grandma, yeah. So you want to pass your photos to your family in like 70 years from now on. What you have to do? You have to pass them your cloud pass or something like that, and then you have their probably, I don't know, 1 million photos. Yeah. So this is, I think, because I don't trust technology that much anymore.
Nope.
It's an easy way to have like your life in a book, photo wise. So this is the plan, to make people realize that film is important and it's a safe way to save your images.
Your memories.
Your memories, yeah. This is it. Then another plan would be to gather like a film community, the film traders, everybody who is into this trade, what we spoke about earlier, and get them, all of them, into an event or something.
So on that note, there are plans in the works with Hamish and Analogue Holly and a few others. So watch this space for the new year. You guys definitely involved.
That would be amazing. Yeah, to get everybody in the same place and stay at the same table and talk about these things.
Fantastic. So, where do we find you?
Now, as I told you, you find us every weekend. Backyard Market, Brick Lane, London. We have a stall there. As you go in, you will see. You can't miss us.
Big yellow flag.
Yes.
Excellent.
Then it's vintagecamera.com, and also on Instagram it's vintage_camera_hut.
Yeah, perfect.
So this is it. We have a shop on Etsy, but we prefer to sell on
our own website. Go to our own website.
Exactly. And no, that's brilliant. And yeah, I mean I've followed you guys for ages, and it's there's some delicious looking cameras on the Instagram. So exactly, so you will get tempted in. That's just the one warning. Wonderful, thank you so much. We will now take a short break and then do the judging.
Let's go.
Yep.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma, back to take over from Paul while he's busy doing Paul things. And we're going to get on with the judging. So we've picked 6 mentions, special mentions, 1 lucky dip, and the grand winner. So do you guys want to start with your first special mention?
Yeah, let's go. The first special mention is for Elisa P. That was in the photo, right? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this photo is, I think it was taken with a XX from Cinestill. That is great film for black and white photography. I love that the image has super strong leading lines, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone is kind of minding their own business, you know. There is nobody looking at the photographer and stuff. So it portraits like a really good view of like the life in the scene, you know.
Good exposure as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's well exposed and well composed. I really, really like it.
So this was on, Sinister
Sinister
Double.
Double. Yeah. And she's Eliza Petrashku.
Patrashko.
Yeah.
That film has an incredible latitude. I mean, you can expose it literally in any situation. So good.
I've shot it, but I haven't developed it yet.
You'll be surprised.
It's
a sick
see
film.
what my photos come out like. So Eliza says she shot this film outdoors and indoors, and I couldn't believe how well it coped under both. So,
so
exactly
this is
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Quickly became my absolute favourite film as it captures the world with so much detail and flooded with the moment's emotion. The grain allows so much detail.
Yeah.
The photos transport me back to the moment to relive it.
Alright.
Yep.
Lovely.
That's
She
a good description for that
Yeah,
film.
she definitely knows how to describe it well. Yeah. Next one, it's Luke Farmer.
And it's shot in Ilford XP2.
Yeah. Amazing photo.
Is that the XP2 C41?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one you
That's
can
beautiful.
develop in both.
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful photo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from that photo, it's just like perfect timing, really. I mean, it's literally the perfect timing, and the leading
Yeah.
lines
And the
as
leading
well.
lines are beautiful.
The leading
yeah.
lines are really driving your eye right into the bird flying, which is it's amazing. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
spoken to Luke quite a few times because he's one half of Front Photography, and they were part of the community fund. They're setting up a online print shop soon,
Okay.
so you'll be able to upload your photos and get prints directly and like sell them to customers and that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I know Luke often sits and just waits for the perfect shot to happen. There was another one he entered.
Well,
He
definitely patient
he
paid off
must have
there.
literally been sat on a bench waiting for this bird to fly across at the perfect time, but
That's
it
really,
definitely pays off.
yeah, really,
Yeah.
really good shot. Really good shot.
See what he says.
Let's see.
It's cool because it's
The
yeah.
C41, you
says-
can still develop it at home in black and white chemicals if you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
He's developing in black and white. Wow, that's cool.
you can do a bit of both. So if you're first getting into developing, it's quite a good one to try because if you chicken out, you can take it to the lab. But if you want to, you can develop it at home as well.
The next one is Kate Ireland, and with her perfectly focused
Oh yeah,
shot.
the
Yes.
sharpness on this shot is
Yep.
amazing. I mean, and I love the depth of
Just
field.
notice as well, there's a little,
little
snail
snail, yeah.
on it.
The snail there, and it would be interesting to know what camera they used as well.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
dreamy. I mean, it's super dreamy.
Probably this is a 50. This is a 50mm lens.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. I love the contrast. I love how it's exposed, the focus. That photo, for me, is amazing.
Yeah, it'd be a nice print, that one.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
I could see a printer easily. And the comment is,
Yeah.
So this photo is called...
That's what I do when I see that photo.
Yeah. Cow
Cow
parsley, which
Okay.
I imagine is the name of that plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Kate doesn't have a comment, she just says maybe she was nervous to give feedback on this film, but it came out great, so that's all that matters.
Alpha Photo APX 400.
Have you guys shot that film before?
Never.
No, I
I don't
didn't.
think I have
No.
either, but maybe we'll all give it a
I
try
mean,
now.
it looks beautiful, yeah. I mean, if my photos are gonna look like that.
I mean, I shot a lot of Agfa expired, but not this one.
Always expired.
Yeah.
So
This
the
is
next one, Sam Turner.
Yes, Santana. Yeah. This one is washy film.
Washington, yeah, beautiful landscape.
That photo is amazing. I think the main driving that what it made me look at this photo is the dynamic range. You know, you get all the like gloomy highlights, but at the end you still get all the details in the work down, and I mean it's beautiful. The frame is also
at the beginning we were talking if the photo it's a bit underexposed or not, but you know, if you'd overexpose a little bit, you would lose the details in the sky. And if you underexpose a little bit, you would lose all the details here.
It's a tricky situation.
But it's just there where it needs to be.
Also, I think in print you'll get so much more details in the shadow than we can see here in the screen. I mean, I think you'll get quite a little bit more of texture and detail for the landscape.
You can also change a lot in the darkroom if you want to print it. You can can add more exposure in the dark areas.
How the lake fades into the horizon, like, it's super cool. Love it. Love that shot.
So Sam's got a few tips for this film. Says you can really take advantage of the lack of anti-halation layer to create some dramatic artistic images. Low light photos with points of light like street lamps can come alive and create a kind of cinematic feel. So halation layer, I mean, do you guys know more about halation
Chris
layers?
knows a little bit more about this.
I mean, I'm not super technical about it, but it's the same principle that CineStill applies to the 800T. So what it does is this prevent the light from spreading out in your image and creating this halo around the bulbs, you know? So that's the function of that. And then a lot of the companies have removed that halation layer so it can be processed with normal chemicals, like C41, for example. That's why CineStill, you can process it like with the rest of the normal color films, and it's based on a movie stock, you know? A movie film, if you said that way, like cinefilm, you cannot process it in C41. You gotta go to more.
Remove the layer before
you process it there. So that's why it's in still. And these guys in Washi are doing the same.
So see what I transformed him in.
Out of nowhere.
What else does he say? So the sky can be blown out and the diffusion can begin to obscure the subject. However, that could be the intention and the results can be spectacular. That said, he likes to shoot photos of landscapes in overcast conditions, which seems like the film works quite well for.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, that image you can see what he's doing to it. So.
And there's going to be a lot of overcast landscapes in the next few months, so good film to try.
Yeah, that's coming.
The next special mention is from John. Why did you guys pick this photo?
This is one of Chris' favorites.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites actually. I love the framing. I really love how the bicycle at the end of the corridor with a perfect frame within a frame kind of composition. Like the dynamic range is also incredible. I don't know what film is that on, but I mean
it's Foma.
It's a Foma, yeah.
Foma 400.
Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, you get the details from the windows, from the bicycle, from the shadow area in the tunnel. I mean, I love it. For me, it feels cinematic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You can't get this unless you really expose one.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's not a beginner.
So John says he was reasonably generous with the light when shooting this film and developed in a T-Max developer, which seemed to work nicely. So a good tip for anyone developing at home. So ready for the last special mention?
Let's go.
Yeah. Ryan with a great story. So the reason we chose this one is the story behind it. I mean, we don't have a story, but you can imagine.
I mean, I can make a movie with this, only with this photo.
I find it quite creepy.
It can be a little bit.
Why is the door open?
That's the reason of why.
That's the narrative of it. You know, you can.
What is outside? Oh, okay.
That's
so
a kind of a garage.
Room.
Yeah. It's probably a door from inside to a garage or a storage room or something like that. But it's very
Yeah, it's super intriguing. It's super
Yeah.
intriguing, and the baby lying in the floor, just looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just fantastic.
It reminds me a bit of like, you know, in Harry Potter when Harry gets just dropped off on the doorstep.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, in the
Like
basket.
he's just
Yeah.
left the baby there.
Yeah.
But the baby looks a bit shocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's a
I mean,
really
you
great
would be
photo.
if you'd been abandoned in your kitchen. Right? I'm sure the baby's alive and well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The image gives
I-
a very creepy feel.
He had quite a few photos with the baby, so he must be a good guy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can just imagine anything. Look, if you look at the ceiling, that looks a bit.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
So
so
it's-
movie like.
Yeah.
One
Maybe
exactly, yeah.
Ryan's having his kitchen done up.
Probably, yeah.
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 The baby's
So
supervising.
yeah, the story behind it, it's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So I think this must have been taken on HP5,
Yes, but
and Ryan pushed it
Pushed
a
it.
couple of stops and says
Yeah.
it's bloody great. So,
Oh yeah.
which I
I've heard
agree.
quite a bunch of HP5 being pushed up to like 3 stops, and apparently you get a really nice punchy
Yeah, it holds
contrast
up
and
quite
stuff.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big HP5 fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, you ready for the lucky dip winner? So thank you so much to all the special mentions. We had a load of great photos, and now we're going to move on to the 2 winners, starting with the lucky dip winner. Ready?
ready.
And it's
Luke Farmer.
Luke Farmer
Luke
again.
Farmer.
Luke's doing well this week.
Whoa.
yeah, that photo is amazing. We actually were thinking
yeah.
about it quite a while, you know.
Yeah.
It's also
another eerie one, isn't it?
It's another very Halloween themed photo. Otherwise, well, we're a bit out of the season already, but
It's a lot of mystery
Yeah.
in it, you know, because all of a sudden it gets that dark, and you don't
Yeah.
know what might happen.
It's all the
Behind
doorways
the
as
lines,
well.
you know?
It's like who could come out
Yeah.
there. And
The
a random
contrast as well.
trolley.
yeah, I mean, it is.
So this one
cool-
has
cool
definitely
photo.
has like a story behind as well. I mean, you can imagine.
So many things. Everyone's fears is behind that corridor. It's literally
Exactly.
at the end.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what film was this?
I think it might have been XP2
It's
again.
XP2, yeah.
XP2, yeah.
And yeah, Luke says the same.
Yeah.
It's cool because it's C41, but you can still develop it at home with black and white chemicals.
Yes.
Which is, yeah, the best thing about that film. So Luke will be receiving a Lucky Dip prize soon. Please get in touch with us. And then we're moving on to the grand winner.
Grand winner. Yes.
Do you guys want to do a drum roll? And the grand winner is...
And the grand winner is Peter Branska with his shot on expired film.
Yes. Expire Film Club. Let's
Yes. It's a beautiful composition, so I really liked this one. It gives me a lot of calm.
Yeah.
This is what I see in this fall. It's calm, it's quiet, it's the place where I would love to be.
Sit down and read a book.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly.
Watch the
Actually, it's
back.
very autumny as well. Like like the yellow notes of the trees, and it's like kind of complementing as well the film kind of look.
Yeah.
You know.
Quite a nostalgic.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can
image.
definitely see it's expired. You can
Mhm.
definitely see that it needs a little bit more light.
But he played well.
Yeah,
great
but
now.
yes, I think this is what it makes it good. That
Mhm.
it's not perfectly exposed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. I really like that. Film.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Congratulations to the winner. Amazing.
Congratulations, Peter, and go for Fujifilm Superior expired. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Needs a lot of
needs
love.
a
Oh, yeah,
lot of
so-
light, so-
yeah.
Every
So-
expired film needs the same thing. That
Exactly.
we're lacking on
Yeah.
something, and it's light.
Yeah, but well done.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
like that
beautiful
image.
shot. Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah. Lovely composition as well with the trees at the back.
and the little house which is surrounded by the tree.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Well done.
Oh,
All right.
well done to Peter and Luke.
Yeah.
You'll be receiving some prizes soon, which are to be confirmed. But please get in touch with us. And thank you guys both so much for coming in. It's been like really cool to hear about your business.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
It was amazing.
It was amazing the whole experience.
Yeah.
It was super
Yeah,
cool.
you've been
It's amazing
like
to be here.
2 kids in a sweet shop walking
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
It's fantastic to be here. I mean, I've been thinking about this like for a long time now. I should be in Analogue Wonderland.
I'm
So.
glad we lived up to your expectations.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Well, so thank you so much for coming in. Everyone, give them a follow. Look out for the photowalks and what you're doing. And we'll see you soon.
See you around.
Yeah.
See you in the market. Or...
See you in the market.
Yeah, on the
See
follow.
you down in Brick
I'm
Lane
there.
soon.
Join
I'm
us.
there waiting for you.